So, I don't know if you know this or not, but I am currently number 2 on the Solo Bedwars leaderboard, so I definitely have my fair share and experience. And a question I get pretty often is, how do you get good at Solo Bedwars? You know, how do you win so much? How do you win quickly? How do you do this? How do you do that? So in this video, I'm just going to go outline, highlight a bunch of tips I've picked up over the 6,000, 7,000 games of Solo Bedwars I've played. And obviously there's no one tip, there's not even a full video you can make to just instantly turn anyone into a Solo Bedwars legend. But this video is just going to go over some things that you can really apply to how you play to make yourself a lot better at the game. If there's any tips I forgot, let me know in the comments, and I'll have a pinned comment where I add any tips that I pick up or I forgot about. And in the background, there's going to be some gameplay footage, probably Bed Wars, just something for you to look at, so then you're not just bored. There's something to look at, something to watch. But yeah, how to win Solo Bed Wars. So when you break it down, there are 3 major parts, in my opinion, to Solo Bed Wars. There's PvP, game sense, and bridging. Now you might wonder, which one's the most important? Well, I'll tell you this much, it's not bridging. People put way too much thought into bridging. It's not that big of a deal. Sure, it's helpful, being able to know how to place blocks is great, but when it comes to the scheme of things, it doesn't matter how fast you bridge. It matters if your bed's destroyed or not. It matters if you win the game. PvP is obviously very important in Bed Wars. If you want to kill someone, you need to win a fight. If your bed's gone, you need to win a fight to survive. Duh, but still, it's not the most important thing. In my opinion, the most important tip, the most important thing you need to work on to win Solo Bed Wars is game sense. Some of you might not know, what is game sense? Well, to briefly explain it, game sense is just knowing what to do and when to do it. Just knowing the game and how to use all of its elements to your advantage. Now, game sense is such a huge topic, it's such a broad term. There's so many things that are under game sense. You can't just say, get better game sense to win Bed Wars. That's way too broad. So I'm going to break it down and point out some specific tips and tricks that you can use to just not die, to have better game sense, I guess. So, breaking it down, the number 1 tip in Solo Bed Wars, this should be pretty obvious, but try your very best to keep your bed at all times. Solo Bed Wars is the mode where you need your bed the most. In all other modes, you can have a teammate, you can have, people that can clutch, you can 2v1 people. Not in Solo. In Solo Bed Wars, your bed's gone. That sucks, you have a much lower chance of winning the game when your bed gets destroyed. So yeah, Purple, that's cool, don't lose your bed, but it's not that simple. How do I not lose my bed, How do I stop it from being broken? And my friend, to that I say, be aware of all of your threats. Once the game starts and you kill your first opponent, just be aware. See who else is getting all the kills, who's being really aggressive. See if you notice someone speed bridging a lot and doing really crazy things. Maybe they have 3 beds, then you need to realize, okay, they might be a threat to my bed. Also, whenever you're not doing anything, just kind of look around the map and make sure no one's bridging to your base. And if they are, if you have time, jump into the void so you can respawn at your base and kill them. And if you don't have time, just try your best to go to middle and stack up. Another big thing in game sense is knowing what to buy. There are a lot of misconceptions on what to buy in Bed Wars. Some people might think oh, I need to get all the forge upgrades to get more resources, but no, that's, no offense, but that's stupid. So in Bed Wars, obviously there's the item shop and the team upgrades. The item shop is just swords, tools, blocks, all that stuff. The team upgrades is sharpness, protection, all that stuff. So, here's what you should buy. Don't buy a diamond sword or diamond armor unless you have tons of emeralds or your bed's gone. Don't buy an iron golem unless your bed's gone and you really need it because the opponent's really stacked. Otherwise, it's such a waste of iron, don't even worry about it. The main things you're going to want to buy are going to be stone swords, blocks, wooden tools, maybe stone tools depending on the defense and stuff. When it comes to what exactly to buy, it really depends on your playstyle. If you're a really passive, just kind of break the bed and die type of person, you don't want to be super aggressive, I'd say get TNT, build up on top of their base, blow it up, whatever. So if you're that person, get a stone sword, a bunch of blocks, maybe a golden apple or 2, and TNT. If you really like rushing people, get tools, and that's really all you need, blocks and a stone sword. Please, please, please do not buy a bow unless the person's being really annoying or your bed is destroyed. Do not be that one person that has a bow and just bow spamming everyone. No one likes you, okay? For the most part, just stick to stone sword, blocks, tools, maybe iron sword, golden apples, fireballs, all the simple stuff. The simple stuff. The main thing that you should focus on what not to buy, is when it comes to the team upgrades. Team upgrades, there's only 3 upgrades you really care about at all in Solo Bed Wars. Sharpness, protection, and a trap. And when it comes to trap, buy a mining fatigue trap. Mining fatigue trap is by far the best trap. It's a trap, just blinds your opponent. They can still break your bed quickly. But mining fatigue for 10 seconds basically means it takes them like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times as long to break a block. So if you're anywhere near your base and you have an okay defense at all, you can typically get there and kill them in time. It's a great trap. Buy that. Obviously, sharpness and protection are really important upgrades. They all have you better in combat. You can kill people easier. Duh. But when it comes to what not to buy, you might think, okay, why would I not buy a Forge upgrade? It gets me more resources. If you rush other people, you get just as many resources from other bases instead of wasting all those diamonds on a Forge upgrade. So if you want to win games, you have to be efficient. You can't just sit at your base the whole time. You can't just expect everyone to kill each other and you staying at your base stacking up, you're going to win the game. No, if you want to get better at Bed Wars and you want to win, you got to learn to rush people. You rush people, you break their beds, you kill them, you know, whatever. The only way to get better at something is just to practice it, and you're not going to get any better at Bed Wars, PvP, and stuff if you just sit at your base. So get used to bridging out, breaking beds, doing all that stuff, and in the process you'll learn, oh wait, I really don't need Forge because I can get all this stuff on my own. This might kind of sound like a plug, but I'm being serious. Just watch people play the game, like me, GamerBoy80, Astelic, Sammy Green. Watch them, see what they do, because we've all been playing the game for a long time, and we know what to do in most situations. So if you just want to see, like, pick up on random tips that we do along the way, watch some videos. You don't have to, like, watch all of them, watch them all the way through. You can just kind of skip around and see what's going on. But a really good way to get good at something is just to watch people do it. If you really want to start tryharding, like you really want to get a lot of wins and get really good at the game, here's some like advanced tryhard tips for you. So definitely a thing you should do is on weekends when you're able, grind to daily leaderboard, because that's really fun to do. Daily leaderboards reset at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is the time zone I'm in. You can convert that to your time. But for me, that basically means I can wake up, grab some breakfast, and start playing Minecraft. Since you know when it starts, you can just play a bunch for like 2 hours and just really see how fast and how efficient you can get at the game. And then from there, you can look at the daily leaderboard, see who else is trying really hard, and you can like race them, you can talk to them and like see what they're doing. It's really motivating to try to stay at number 1 on daily or number 5, whatever you want to do. Maybe even just stay on daily at all and race other people and compete with them and see, you know, who's better or whatever. It sounds stupid, but the amount of times that I've been on daily racing random people that I don't even know, it's just really fun. It's like a silent competition. We never talk to each other, but we speak through actions, I guess. I don't know. We just like, I'm number 1, then they pass me, they're number 1. We keep like passing each other. It's a ton of fun, and it really motivates you. And the next thing you know, you've won like 20 games. It's crazy. And set goals for yourself. If you really want to sweat the game at the beginning of the week, you can be like, okay, this week I want to get 80 wins. So you think, okay, so you could say, I can play more on the weekend, so let me say I want to get 15 wins per day on the weekend and 10 wins per day on the weekdays. That's 80 wins. You can just like kind of pace yourself and see what's going on, track yourself on weekly. You'd be surprised. It's not incredibly difficult to get on weekly if you're determined and you actually play the game. But honestly, grinding Solo Bedwars is a lot of fun to me. It might not be your fancy, it might not be what you like, but for me, it has been a ton of fun, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, so I know in this video I didn't really say specific points, exactly what to do, but kind of general ideas. And that's because Bed Wars, again, there's no one way to win the game. You play how you want to play. But there are definitely a lot of general ideas that you can apply to how you play, modify it, and get better at the game. I mean, you just have to accept, a lot of Bed Wars, just like anything, comes with experience. You gotta play the game. To make an analogy, you know, as much as you read the cookbook, you're not gonna be a good chef till you actually go out there and cook some food, you know? As much as you can listen to me ramble about how to be good at Bed Wars, you're not going to get good at Bed Wars unless you play yourself. So I just say, think about what I said, apply some of the things, play some Bed Wars, have fun. That's really all it is. You're just here to have fun, maybe get some daily leaderboards. It's whatever. So I know this video kind of gave you very general ideas. It didn't tell you exactly what to do, kind of just general things to apply to how you currently play the game. But let me know and subscribe to my channel if you want to see a video where I go into more specific things, specific situations, stuff like that, very like applicable things you can use and actually watch and see and do. I don't know if that made any sense, but other than that, that's going to be it from me in this video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Again, look out for a more specific Solo Bedwars tips video. I might put one out if people want one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
They want a story, I'ma tell them that. They wanna see I got the visions, want the change, I'll make the difference. And you know that I'll be searching till I bring it back. Yeah, I went through hell and back to find myself, but I am not the same as who I left. No, I am not the same, I'm reinvented from the head.